Hello, meu nome é Andrômeda e essa é minha range The Cat Lady. Eu já assisti esse jogo até o fim, mas eu nunca joguei ele até o fim. Porque eu tentei jogar com a minha mãe e ela não curtiu muito a premissa do jogo. Mas eu acho que é um jogo muito bom, que ele lida com temas muito importantes. Tá bugado ali no canto. Ele, viu? Tem como tirar isso aí? Tirei. Enfim, ele lida com temas muito importantes e eu acho que é um jogo maravilhoso. E ele tem uma das trilhas sonoras que eu mais gosto, principalmente 27 Years. Eu acho que é uma música muito bonita. Bom, enfim, tem legenda em português, então eu não vou traduzir, mas bora jogar.
My name is Susan Ashworth. I live alone in this old two-bedroom flat. I rarely go outside. Some would say it's a lonely life, and I guess that's true. But I don't like people's company. Not lately, anyway. I only trust my cats these days, and I will miss them dearly. But they will understand, like they always have. Teacup stays with me till the end. He watches me, as if he knew. Because earlier tonight, I swallowed a whole bunch of pills. They're legal, of course, prescribed by my doctor for my sleeping problems. But I've taken 34 of them, all I could find in the cupboard. And now the room around me spins in a blurry tango as my heart slows down. Any second now, I will be dead. I feel calm. I'm ready for it. I've only got one thing to say now. Thanks for nothing. Goodbye.
Capítulo 1. A casa no bosque. Ok. Eu não lembro de muita coisa desse jogo. Apesar, eu lembro do final. E lembro de algumas partes, mas eu não lembro de coisas específicas assim. Não dá pra voltar? Ah. Está trancado. Me sinto extremamente atraída por este lugar. Devo encontrar uma maneira de abrir o cadeado e entrar. Não tô gostando muito das legendas em... Com as legendas em português, não sei, elas estão meio robóticas. Não sei se é impressão minha. Mas eu notei que ela tinha algumas diferenças do que ela falava. Coisa pouca, tipo, detalhezinhos. Mas eu teria feito diferente as legendas. Credo. Aí eu vou terminar The Cooking Companions. É que eu queria muito começar esse jogo. Não posso ir adiante. Essa ambulância está bloqueando acesso para a saída. Talvez nem tenha uma saída. Vamos ver o que tem dentro. Está trancada. Também tá trancada?
Huh?
Ah?
What's making that noise?
O que tá fazendo esse barulho?
Hello? Who's there? Answer me.
É nóis! Meu Deus. Cadáver. Olhar de perto. Sou eu. Meu filho cadáver bem na frente dos meus olhos. O que está fazendo aqui? Examinar. Eu me vejo tão calma. Girar a cabeça. Tá. Meus olhos. É a única coisa que eu gostava em mim mesma. Mesmo agora ainda brilham um pouco. Isso é uma chave na minha boca? Melhor eu pegá-la. Só isso? Tá bom. Vai, minha filha, vai que isso aí vai cair. É, sem volta. É, não dá nem pra examinar. Tá maior do que antes ou é impressão minha? Acho que é impressão minha, né? Um cervo. Terminar, o buraco foi tapado com essas placas. Debaixo disso, perigo, interruptor de energia de emergência. Não sou tão forte para tirá-la com as mãos. Definitivamente tem alguma coisa. Não pode dizer com toda certeza, mas parece ser um interruptor. Um sacrifício muito grande pode fazer meu coração se transformar em uma pedra. Seria preciso de sacrifício para trazer novamente a normalidade? Talvez seja uma loucura, só uma velha máquina afinal. Que estranho, não parece haver nenhum interruptor, nem botões nessa máquina. Como se liga? Vamos atrás do cervo então. Adoro o estilo desse jogo, o estilo de arte dele. Jogos são arte, né? Um carro pegando fogo. É nóis ali de novo. Meu cadáver pendurado em uma árvore. Devo estar assustada, mas só me sinto vazia. Espero, o que é isso que brilha no pescoço? É uma chave? O corpo está muito alto. Não consigo alcançar. E essa corda aqui? Cordas são um nó. Eu levaria horas para tirar esse nó. Então bora começar agora, né? A porta parece estar trancada do outro lado.
I can't remember this place. Am I lost?
Não tá em português a legenda. Ela falou, não consigo me lembrar desse lugar, eu estou perdida. Eu acho que eu vou colocar a legenda em inglês mesmo depois. Porque em português parece que não tá tão boa. Que lugar desagradável. Pelo menos na minha cabeça que está entre as barras. Está trancado. Tudo tá trancado, essa desgraça. Tem que seguir o corvo? Então pode ser, né? Credo. Quem fez isso? Tem mais alguém aqui? Essa é a porta pra destrancar, é isso mesmo. Corda, desatar. Não! Eu pareço como se estivesse dormindo. Vazios. Portão. Ah. Bora. Ah, eu lembro dela.
Welcome to my house, Susan Ashworth. I have been waiting for you, my dear. I knew you would turn up one fine day like this.
Who are you?
I have so many names, it's hard to pick one. But I'm curious, who do you think I am?
A morte. Vou perguntar a morte.
Death?
Interesting. Yes, perhaps that's what I am. I come when there's something to take, but I never give anything back. I am doom, but I'm salvation too. I'm feared by most, but adored by some also. Some like yourself, Susan.
Don't flatter yourself, old lady. I don't even know you.
Well, that's not quite right. I've been around for a while, keeping you company. Always there, you know? Always there.
So I was wrong. You're not Death?
No, I am not. Perhaps I am life. But then again, does it really matter?
O que vai acontecer
What will
agora?
happen next?
Depends on you, Susan. Inside my house, there are dark hallways that lead to places you don't want to see. But there is also something that will make you want to return to where you came from and cherish every single little breath you take. I'm going to make you an offer, Susan. It's a chance only a fool would refuse.
Okay. An offer? What can you offer me?
Let's come inside. It's getting cold out here. Please don't touch anything, dear.
I wasn't going to.
You lied to the whole world, Susan. And you lied to yourself.
Mentira, meu. Eu queria mexer. Ela realmente está aqui, talvez tudo isso seja um sonho.
Now we can talk properly, my dear.
Eu ainda não sei
I
quem você
still
realmente
don't really
é.
know who you are.
I go by many names. I've never paid much notice to what the living call me. But there is one name the fallen ones use when I speak to them. I find it most accurate.
A faca de apropriado o
The
nome.
Queen of Maggots.
A rainha das larvas.
Is that what you are? Why, maggots?
Because they feed on what's dead and gone.
Dead and gone. I guess that's me. Is there anyone else here?
I thought you liked being alone. Isn't that why you ran away from everyone?
It doesn't matter.
I was standing right behind you when you threw away all those photographs, you know? I brushed your hair every night you cried yourself to sleep. I saw everything. I know what you want, but it's not here. It's gone, and it will never, ever come again.
Não tenho motivo de saber, por favor, deixe-me ir.
I have no reason to live. Please, just let me go. I tried. I really did. But it's never going to be okay.
Who knows, maybe, but one way or the other. This isn't the end of your story. It's only the beginning, my dear, and there are great things waiting for you. Believe me.
I have no reason to live. Please, just let me go. I tried. I really did.
É a mesma coisa?
But it's never going to be okay.
Who knows, maybe, but one way or the other. This isn't the end of your story. It's only the beginning, my dear, and there are great things waiting for you.
É a mesma coisa.
Believe me.
Will I be punished for taking my own life?
Most people would be, but not you, Susan. You see, I watched you long enough to understand how you feel. I don't expect you to believe me, but I actually have sympathy for you. Who knows, I could be your only friend. The only friend in the whole wide world. So like I said, I'm going to make you an offer. I want to help you. I will give you back your happiness in exchange for a simple task. Your life will change completely. You will be yourself again. And you will soon forget the sadness that has consumed your heart for years.
O que quer que eu
What do you
faça?
want me to do?
Yes, I think it's time to explain. But where are my manners? We're still in the hall. This is not a place for a serious talk. Follow me to the next room. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Vamos lá.
What's your offer then? What can you fix that life has destroyed?
Susan, death can fix nothing. But though we are both dead, I am not death. I might seem just like a strange old woman to you, but I'm just as powerful as gods.
Então, o que você precisa de mim?
I chose you, Susan Ashworth. I'll need you to go back and face 5 people. They're not ordinary people. They're very special. Just like you, only in a slightly different way.
Sou um fracasso, por que me escolheu? O que a faz pensar que eu quero voltar?
What makes you think I want to go back? I finally did it. I killed myself. That's all I ever wanted. And yet, it turns out to be just another failure. I want this suffering to stop.
Dear, dear Susan, you don't realize that the suffering never stops, do you? It only gets worse. This place is a passage between the world of the living and the world of the dead. You enter one of these corridors and you never come back. But you don't cease to exist. You remain.
Those 5 people, who are they?
The parasites. That's what I call them. They don't know each other, but their destinies are bound together. You will have to keep your eyes open and be constantly on guard. Those people will want to get closer to you. They might even pretend they are your friends, but don't let that fool you. They have nothing but cruel intentions. They'll want to hurt you, Susan. They'll want to kill you. As harmless as they might appear, parasites are the evil scum of the earth, and they all deserve to die.
Isn't my life bad enough without them?
Don't be frightened. You will have a great advantage over them. They don't know that you know. Do you understand what it means? You will become my hunter, serving punishment for their sins. A tool of destruction. A dark angel walking through the river of blood. You find your purpose in life and you see for the first time how satisfying it can be.
But how will I recognize them?
There isn't a great deal of people in your lonely life, is there, Susan? You will know when you see them. Bring those deceitful bastards in front of me, and we'll make them regret for everything they've done.
Are you expecting me to kill them?
No, Susan, I'm expecting you to fight for survival. To do everything you can to defend yourself. I know you're not a murderer. Quite the opposite, actually. You're a good person. But I also know that you don't want to suffer. And those people will want to cause you pain. They won't hesitate. In the end, you might have no choice. Think of it as gardening. If there were weeds among the flowers, you'd pull them out, wouldn't you? You'd get rid of them without thinking twice about it.
I'm not really a gardening type, but I see your point.
I'm glad. And remember this, you are not the only victim. If you don't stop them, the killing will continue. Innocent people will die. You have the opportunity to make the difference. And a chance to save yourself.
I can't do this. It's too much. Dealing with criminals is a job for the police, not someone like me.
Indeed, you are weak. That's why I have prepared a special gift for you. Immortality. You cannot die, Susan. You will always return to life no matter what happens to you.
What? This is the last thing I wanted. Please, can't you just let me die?
I've made the decision. As long as they are alive, you cannot die.
It's blackmail. You can't do that.
I'm doing it for your own good. Anyway, you are in no position to bargain with me. You will either go and do what you have to do, or suffer for eternity, forever unable to find your peace.
Credo.
This all must be just a weird dream. I don't believe you.
Susan, see this door here? Let's go inside. I want to show you something that will help you make up your mind. Follow me.
Nossa, desculpa. Tive que ver um negócio aqui.
Yes, it's you, Susan. Come closer. Say hello.
I don't want to look at it. Haven't I had enough yet? That body in the ambulance. Then the forest. But this place is... This is exactly what I was trying to run away from. I don't want to be here. Make it go away.
I assumed it would be wise to give you a little taste of the suffering you would endure. I want you to understand that you can keep going long after you come.
Só presa na cruz. Acho que poderia pegar ela facilmente. Crucificada, completamente sozinha, em um lugar que foi todo transformado. Realmente não quero estar aqui.
Susan, it's time to make a decision. The parasites are coming, whether you want it or not. You haven't really got much choice. You must stand up for yourself.
I take orders from nobody. I'll do it my way.
Don't you understand? There is no other way.
Well, I don't know that. Besides, you could be lying to me. How do I know you aren't? I'm no murderer. I don't want to be. I'll find another way without you.
What?
Look, I appreciate you giving me another chance. Don't get me wrong. I can see now that I've made a mistake, and I'm ready to try to fix my life. But I really don't like what you're saying. If there's one thing I learned in life, it's that people let you down all the time. If I don't rely on myself, I can't rely on anyone else.
You fool! You damned arrogant fool! You have no idea what you have just done. But fine, have it your way. In the end, I will be the one laughing at you.
Isso porque ela gostava de mim.
I always am.
Ser sarcástica.
Yeah. Don't laugh too hard, old woman. You might break something.
When we meet again, you will beg me on your knees to give you a second chance.
I don't really believe in second chances, so I might have to disappoint you again. Look, this is all just a bad dream. I want to wake up. I'm back in the house. Okay, it'll be fine. I don't need her. I'm sure I'll figure out what to do.
Ela, examinar. Não tem fumaça. Apagar.
They left me no choice, Alice. Maybe one day you'll forgive me.
Nossa. Ai, a vela é uma vida. E eu apaguei. Ai, meu Deus. Ela vai apagar
I think
todas?
that's enough for now.
Ah, tá. Ah, bom, é o bastante por agora.
What the? How did I get back here?
Voltei aqui. Eu acho que não importa o que você diga pra morte, que você vai fazer as coisas do jeito dela ou do seu jeito, eu acho que não tem mudanças no game. Ah, sorry. Tem um monte de sangue lá do buraco. Alguém se machucou por aqui. Meter a mão. Meu Deus! Não dá pra ligar a máquina? Ah. Ah, tá. Sou eu ainda controlando ela. A mulher dos gatos. Não sou tão bem em português. Tem algum jeito de salvar?
Yes, I do enjoy fine art. Thank you for noticing.
Sim, eu adoro
There's a
arte. Eu ia
certain
perguntar.
raw beauty to it that modern painters often fail to recreate. I always wanted to be an artist myself, but it'll be a long time before I can call myself that. I often say that patients are my canvas, but my job is more about restoration, obviously. I look at the damaged human minds and bring them back to their former beauty. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you.
No, it's not that. It's just... It's been a difficult couple of days. I'd really like to go home.
Of course, and go home you will. As soon as we've done this little assessment, okay? You probably know how it works. I've read in your file you used to be a nurse.
Yes, I know very well how it works. You want to check if I'm nuts.
Well, I wouldn't use that expression, obviously. But yes, we have to make sure you're safe and figure out how to help you. Also, as a nurse yourself, you know there's always paperwork involved. These forms won't fill themselves. Honestly, Susan, you have nothing to worry about. This is just a formality. I could tell straight away that you are not nuts.
Fine. What would you like to know? I will answer all your questions. Then I'll go home, take a long shower, and catch up on sleep.
Wonderful. Let's see then. Where do we begin?
She's awake, Doctor.
Good evening. It's good to see you awake at last. You're in the Cedar Lake Hospital. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the doctors. Would you confirm your name for me, please?
Susan Ashworth.
Hello, Mrs. Ashworth. I'm glad to see you're all right. You're on the ward now. Your condition is stable. I can see your brain functions just fine and there's no permanent damage of any sort. We've checked your internal organs and they're fine too. You're a very lucky lady, Susan. You might experience extreme tiredness and lethargy for a couple of days, but that should soon pass. I would advise plenty of rest now. The nurses on this ward will take it from here. Please let them know if you need anything. Take care, Mrs. Ashworth. Please, don't try to speak. What did you say? Don't worry, Mrs. Ashworth. Your arm is fine. No. There was nothing wrong with your arm, darling. Now calm down.
Would you like me to get you some water? Let me get you a drink. I'll be back in a second. I'm sorry, Susan. Did I wake you? I have to take your blood pressure. 2 seconds and I'm gone. My name is Liz, by the way. I'm sorry. I know this isn't very nice. Believe me, I hate waking people up just for this. But being a nuisance is part of my stupid job, unfortunately. Oof, I hate this place. Tell you what, Susan. Can I call you Susan? So anyway, I shouldn't say it, but you know I'm going to anyway. You are so lucky. It's crazy. You doing what you've done, and her walking in, seeing what she saw. That was a chance. 1 in a million. I'm not making any sense again, am I? I'm tired. They're working us to death here, you know. Modern day slavery. One day I'll tell them what I really think. I swear I will. Ah, and here it is. You've got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old. Just wanted to say you're lucky, I think, and that I hope you've changed your mind about some things. Got to go, but I'll see you later. You take care, sweetheart, yeah?
As agendas são meio zoadas, eu vou ter que mudar no próximo episódio. E não dá pra salvar ainda, então... Credo!
Bad dream?
Yeah, a really bad one.
I knew it. I could see as soon as I came in the room that you were having a nightmare. I guess I shouldn't have woken you up. What was it about?
I was burnt alive.
Actually, it reminds me of something that happened the other day. There was this woman on the emergency unit, and she really wanted to smoke, you know? But they wouldn't let her, of course. She wasn't well at all. Not just injured, but not right in the head. She was on 10 litres of oxygen through the face mask. She had to stay in bed, she was told. But she wouldn't listen, of course. And as soon as they'd left, she lit up a fag. The whole room went up in flames, and so did she. I guess you didn't really want to know that, did you? That's just me and my big gob. Typical. I never know when to shut up.
O nome dela é Lisa, o seu nome dela.
happened to me.
Well, how much do you remember?
I took some pills, and I fell asleep in the chair. I remember how the room kept spinning around me slowly. I felt so calm, and then... all of a sudden, I was on the field of barley. It was great at first. I felt happy. I was free. But it soon got worse. There was this tunnel, but there was no light at the end of it, only darkness. Then I got lost in the woods. There was my dead body hanged on the tree, a burning car, and a crow, and a deer. I heard something behind the trees, but I didn't dare to look. Then I found the house. The old woman who lived there, I think she was Death. Or maybe she was the devil. I'm not sure. She said they call her the Queen of Maggots. She said I should go back, gave me another chance. And so, here I am. Weird dream, eh?
Maybe it wasn't a dream. I really believe in that sort of stuff. It's not impossible.
It felt real, but it was just a dream. Can you now tell me who found me and what happened?
Well, your body went into a coma. You were lucky she came home and found you. I told you that before.
What? Who found me?
Your daughter, of course. She called an ambulance. If it wasn't for her, you'd sure be dead now, Susan.
My daughter?
Yes. Why? Why'd you look so pale all of a sudden, Susan?
I don't have a daughter. Whoever she is, she lied.
But why would she do that?
How should I know? I was in a coma, apparently.
So she lied. It doesn't change the fact that you owe her your life.
I was fine. I didn't ask for any help. Sorry. When will they let me go home?
I'm not sure. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. Look, I shouldn't say that, but you seem like a nice person. I feel like I should warn you. There's this doctor here. They call him Dr. X. He's a chief of psychiatry in this hospital. You won't be able to go home until he's talked to you, and he's really good at getting into your head. You know what I'm saying? He will ask you a lot of tricky questions. But he's a really great guy. You should trust him.
Tell me more about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zellman, but everyone just calls him Dr. X. He comes on the ward often, usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally really like him, but you hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is he's been very friendly and supportive. Some doctors won't even say hello to you, but Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I might take him up on his offer.
What are they saying about him?
Oh yeah, they say he's a big flirt. Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt. One girl I knew, Linda, I heard they had an affair. Stupid girl. Well, she left, and I never saw her again. Now why do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her some money.
Just gotta follow o caminho geral.
But it must have been enough to shut her up.
Que o médico era legal.
Careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally. Well, one thing. Maybe. Don't laugh, okay? He's got a weird smell.
What do you mean?
He smells funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad aftershave. Or maybe it's something he eats.
Oh, thanks for the warning. I'll try not to get too close to him.
Now that I think about it, there's something else too. I'll tell you this, Susan. He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me. Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my mother about. And we haven't even started those sessions yet. So, be prepared for that.
Sure. But it's a bit too late for me to hide how I feel now anyway. I think I made it very clear when I swallowed those pills. Did you see this daughter of mine?
No, sorry, Susan. Apparently she came in the ambulance with you, but then she remembered something and had to go. I think someone mentioned she went in quite a hurry.
Of course she did. She was worried I'd ask her what she was doing in my flat.
Saving your life?
Do I really have to give her a benefit of the doubt just because of that?
One would assume so. That girl is a hero. Maybe real heroes always leave before their identity is revealed.
Or she was a burglar, attempting to steal from me.
That's a possibility too. Have you got anything very precious in your flat?
Maybe. Tell me something more about yourself.
Me? I'm a nobody. I'm just a hard-working girl. We all have to pay our bills somehow, right? I rent a room not far from here. There are 2 other girls living in the house. One is an auxiliary nurse, like me. She's always sick. The other one is a stripper. At least I think so. She's never home at night.
Maybe she works at night, like you.
Yeah, but I don't leave for work wearing red stockings and heels, do I?
No, you're right. You're a real nurse, not some man's fantasy of one.
I used to do all that for my boyfriend. You know, dress up as a sexy nurse and all. Well, I did it just once, really. He didn't like it that much. He didn't like me that much either. Broke up with me last Valentine's Day. Of all the days, he chose that one, eh? He never told me why, but I don't care anymore.
I'm tired. Let me sleep now.
Fine. I'll see you again. Be careful who you trust here, Susan. They will be watching you.
How do I know you're not one of them?
You don't. But do I really look like a bad person to you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll see you tonight. Remember what I said. Dreams are just dreams. But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up, right?
We'll start with a little chat about your childhood. I want you to be as honest as possible. It's important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan. This isn't all about whether you're nuts or not, like we said before. It's about finding what has caused how you're feeling now and creating a working solution. In order to achieve that, I need to get to know you better.
Não confio nesse
Talk
cara.
about your childhood first.
Será que ele é dos
Your
parasitas?
parents. When you're a child, your life revolves around them. What was your father like? Did you have a good relationship with him?
No, he wasn't a good father to me. He was a cold, scary man. Had this wall around him. I could never talk to him about anything. He wouldn't understand. He'd just punish me instead. Maybe it's his fault I got some wires crossed in my head, because he never loved me. I've always wondered what it feels like to have a loving dad.
Maybe it's not too late to fix things between you two.
It is. He's dead. Cancer. 6 years ago.
I see. But it isn't too late for you to put things right in your heart. Have you forgiven him?
Why would I? He doesn't deserve to be forgiven. All he did was make my life hell. He destroyed my childhood. He always made me sad. Yes, sad is the word.
It's all true, Susan. But the anger you have kept in your heart all these years isn't doing you any good. Don't you think you would be a better, stronger person if you could rise above it all? Aren't you becoming a bit like him, angry and bitter? Aren't those the things in him you hated most?
My mind is already made up. I will never forgive that son of a bitch. I
Eita.
hope he burns in hell.
Calma, também não é assim.
If you put it like that. Let's talk about your mother now. What was she like? Would you care to tell me about her?
I can't complain. My mum was great. She brought me up well. Me and her, we were like best friends, like soulmates. We did everything together. She passed away 7 years ago. When Dad first got diagnosed with cancer, it was too much for her. He kept pretending he was fine, but she just couldn't take it. Her heart gave up. She died quickly. My father kept fighting it. Another 8 months of illness and intensive chemo finally beat him, though. He thought he was unbeatable, but he wasn't.
Okay, I'm beginning to get a better picture. That's enough about your parents for now. Let's take 2 minutes, and we will talk about something else.
I need to get out of this place. I hate hospitals. Besides, I really want to go home and forget all about this.
Aqui. Sei lá. Ah, tá. Bom, enfim. Acho que tá bom por hoje. Já deve ter dado 1 hora ou sei lá o que. E já viu mais ou menos como é o tom do jogo. Trata sobre suicídio, coisas do tipo. É um tópico até um pouco sensível pra mim por conta da minha depressão. Mas eu gosto muito desse jogo. E se eu pegar o final bom, eu não lembro direito como é que faz, mas acho que é no apartamento dela que você consegue. Eu vou conseguir um final que mostra mais um lado bom da vida, uma coisa assim. Bom, enfim, muito obrigada por assistir, beijinhos e até a próxima.